everybody, and welcome to a special edition of the podcast. Today, it's me, Christopher Walgast, with Matthew today.
Yep, Matthew Giddo here.
Yep, for the special edition of Not Your Echo Chamber podcast. So sorry, this Thursday episode came out a little bit later today. You guys will see it eventually. But something important that we need to address, the elephant in the room, as it were. So yesterday, as of this recording, was Matthew's birthday.
Yay!
And that means 16, and you took your driving test?
Yeah, and I passed with flying colors.
Flying colors.
Not really. I had 18.
18? Oh, man, you were close. You were
well,
pushing it.
7. 7 off.
7
Yeah.
off? Okay.
I got -2 for not signaling a check into the parking lot.
Oh, God.
Into the parking space. I literally had, it would have been 16 wrong, and then I didn't signal and check into the parking spot.
Wow.
So, whatever. I passed.
Yeah, so it's 20 and you're done. So
25.
25?
Yeah.
For me, it was 20.
Okay.
Maybe they changed it, or maybe it's different where
Yeah.
you did it.
Must have.
Not going to say what city it was. Not going to
Yeah.
dox us.
Yeah.
But,
Otherwise, they're going to get pretty close to where we live.
yeah.
If you say the city I took it in.
I always wonder that if, from the podcast that we've recorded so far, that if people can take enough of the details that I forgot to edit out of the podcast and, triangulate our location based on
I wonder where they would
places.
figure out where we are.
By the time it gets to summer and all of our weekly updates, they're going to know.
Yeah, probably.
Honestly. So for this show today, we're going to be celebrating the fact that Matthew's now 16, can drive, and all of those things. Because everybody knows on your birthday, well, it's the day after your birthday, but
Yeah.
it's still your birthday time. So around your birthday, you're always right.
Yep.
That's the number one thing you always remember. You're always right on your birthday. You can do no wrong.
You're gay. I'm just kidding.
Well, I
can
rescind
do
that.
no wrong.
I rescind that. So next on this podcast, we're going to be doing some really cool stuff. Okay, I'm just kidding.
All our gay listeners are gone. Thank goodness.
Yeah, get out of here. You're made in the image of God.
Yeah.
You know,
But don't be gay.
don't be gay. All right. So we're gonna go through these things that are. I have a list of 10 or 11 things that are said different ways people name these specific things in different parts of the world, or different parts of the USA. Actually. So the first one is: do you call it a trash can or a garbage can?
Say garbage can.
Yeah, I'm garbage can too, because I feel trash is...
And that's not one of the things like some of those words I go in between, but it's always garbage can. I don't ever say trash can.
I feel like I say human garbage more than I say human trash, and trash is more like when I hear somebody saying on the court, "You're trash."
Yeah.
I'm more likely I laugh at that more because I don't hear it as much. I feel like I hear garbage all the time.
I would say I use trash as more of a skill level, you're trash at the skill or something that guy's not very. That guy's trash at the skill level, but I don't ever say trash can. That's not something I say.
Yeah, and I don't feel like it. I would consider it to be a thing where I think it's weird that somebody says trash can. I mean, that's just a normal thing.
Yeah.
People say trash can, garbage can, and I feel like I just say garbage can more.
Yeah, I don't think I ever say trash can.
So the next one is bubbler, water fountain, or drinking fountain.
Bubbler.
Definitely bubbler. I mean, this is what I was saying about doxing us earlier, because at this point,
Yeah.
you pretty much narrowed us down to the Midwest, or...
We've said we're from the Midwest, though.
Yeah, so, yeah, bubbler, water fountain, and drinking fountain. I feel like one of these does not belong to be on this list, and it's water fountain.
Yeah, definitely.
Because a water fountain is in the middle of the town. It's got a statue, a marble statue,
Yep.
and it's spewing out
Spewing
water.
out at the top and then flowing down.
Yeah, and then there's coins in it.
Yep.
That's what a water fountain. And drinking fountain, I'm okay with that. I mean, it's not really a fountain.
Well, it's a fountain. The fact that it comes out of a.
Well, it's more like a spring, or
Yeah.
they should call it a drinking spring or something.
Drinking spring.
But a fountain, I don't know about fountain, but definitely bubbler. I'm biased.
Definitely bubbler.
Midwest bias. This one, pop, Coke, or soda.
Definitely soda.
Definitely soda. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. In California or that southern area, people just say Coke. Hand me that Coke if they're referring to anything any kind of cola or anything.
There's got to be so much confusion there, though. If I want a Sprite, you say I want a Coke. Pass me a Coke, or is it just Pepsi products?
I think it's just any kind of cola where it's like a
Pepsi.
Pepsi, Coke.
Would that
Obviously.
count as Mountain Dew?
I don't think so. I think
So
it would
it's
just be
specific Pepsi and Coke.
yeah. I guess there's other generic cola like Sam's Cola or something like
Yeah.
that, like an off-brand cola. I feel like that would be fine, but like calling Coke everything. I mean, there's other definitions for Coke, but we don't need to get into that on this episode. I definitely feel like I say pop as a meme now. Like I say soda pop all the time. Like, give me that soda pop, sonny.
Yeah, but that's a meme. It's not like
That's true. Yeah, I don't say when I'm serious. I was
Yeah.
drinking a pop.
yeah
It's definitely
soda.
in the order of age. It goes definitely pop, Coke, soda. Because I feel like
Yeah.
the younger generation says soda more than Coke.
Definitely.
Now this one's another one, and there was an entire Wildcrats episode about this one. But Firefly or Lightning Bug?
It's Firefly.
Definitely Firefly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like we're agreeing a lot on these.
Yeah,
There's not a lot.
it's almost like we're from the same place.
yeah, almost like we're from the same state even, or like.
yeah, town.
But like, yeah, wasn't it like Chris was Firefly and
Yeah.
Martin was Lightning Bug,
Yep.
and they were going back and forth. But I feel like yeah, so, okay, whatever. Coming at me with your biology, it's actually not a fly; it's actually a bug.
You know, it's kind of a pattern here.
What?
We're both picking the ones that are less syllables.
That's true.
Bubbler or drinking fountain. Firefly or lightning bug.
The only difference is garbage can and trash can.
Yeah.
But it's a difference of one syllable.
Yeah.
I mean, we got a few more later down the line that are I know we'll agree on for the most part, just because some of these you didn't even know for a while. So next one is this one's a good one. Lollipop or sucker. I feel like I call it a sucker. Just
Yeah, sucker.
well, it really.
But there's a lollipop. Lollipop is the big circle thing.
Yeah,
that
so I
you
was
get
thinking
on stick.
there's like a shape difference with
Yeah.
it too. The lollipop's the one that's like a spiral inward,
Yeah.
and then that like, wait, and then a sucker is just like you
Like
can
a
stick the whole thing in your mouth.
Like what do you call it? A dumb ball or a
Yeah, like a
what is the
like
brand?
a dum dum.
Dum Dum. Yes.
yeah.
Dum Dum.
I feel like
That's a sucker.
when I say sucker, dum dum comes to mind. That's like
Yeah.
the first thing that comes to mind.
Yeah,
And,
a lollipop is definitely a flatter sucker.
Yeah.
Definitely a flatter sucker in a spiral rainbow.
If these two things are different, what would we say the definition is? I think the definition of a lollipop is you can't fit the whole thing in your mouth at once.
Definitely.
And like,
And I've had one lollipop in my whole life. That was at an Amish store, like when I was like 5.
I feel like I might have had one, but I can't remember when it was. But like,
Yeah.
it was like one of those novelty items at like a holiday or something.
Yeah,
This next one's good. Sneakers, tennis shoes, or gym shoes?
definitely tennis shoes.
Definitely tennis shoes. I mean, I feel like sneakers is a very old way of saying it, or like at least I hear old people referring to shoes as sneakers. Or,
Yeah, it might be like also a part of a country as
I mean,
well.
all of these are definitely, but like, have you ever called them like gym shoes at all? 'Cause
No, gym shoes. That just doesn't make sense.
I don't even know what that sector of the world is.
So like sneakers would be, I feel like, more like stylish shoes, like the
Like
Jordans
Skechers
or something
or
like that.
Not Skechers. Skechers are definitely tennis shoes.
Yeah, but like Jordans or something like that. Something like
Yeezys.
like something nicer. It'd be like that's a sneaker, like
Mm.
nice sneakers or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, I feel like I don't even know what I think of. I feel like sneakers in my head they're like a ratty looking shoe that's been used a
Yeah.
lot,
Yeah,
and like tennis shoes are more of like, I feel like, sneaker. Which one of these would you say is able to have straps? Like if you have like the Velcro straps, which one of these do you think?
probably sneakers, honestly, or
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like all tennis shoes have laces.
yeah, for the most part.
Yeah, and then gym shoes are just like, probably they're just like way different in my
Those are
mind.
just gym shoes.
They're just yeah.
Jim has a lot of shoes.
Yeah. Who's this Jim?
Jim
And where is
shoes.
he? He must be stopped. But this one I feel like is not a fair one, and a lot of people would differ. This one causes probably the most animosity on the internet, but frosting and icing. I just feel like those two are completely different things in my
I
head.
think I'm frosting. Oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Because in my mind, okay, so what I think frosting is, a lot of people call frosting and icing. But what I think frosting is the thick layer that's like a centimeter thick.
Yeah.
And then in my mind, icing comes out of a little tube and you squeeze it onto
Like on bakery
cookies.
shows.
Yeah, yeah. Or like it's not even the same consistency or thickness at all. In my mind, icing is just like this.
I would say icing is a lot more creamy.
It's more the consistency of like the thinness of glue in my mind.
Yeah.
And then
I would say icing is kind of like the thinness of glue, and then What's the other one?
It's like sticky and it'll like come apart if you don't
Yeah.
spread it on. That's how it is in my mind. I don't know if that's what the actual definition of icing is.
I think most people would say they're the same, but I get what you're saying. I would consider them different, icing and frosting.
Oh.
I feel like frosting, you would be more like thicker.
Yeah, I feel like it would also be a bit like
Yeah.
you put frosting on a cake. I mean,
Yeah,
but a lot of people say it's the icing on the cake is the expression.
yeah,
So that's where it gets a bit confusing. So I feel like frosting would be what you cover a cake in, and icing would be the lettering.
okay.
Would
yeah.
that be like a good definition of it? Maybe.
Yeah.
Like, if
But
you,
like, what's on a cupcake? Is that frosting or icing?
it's frosting because
Okay.
frosted cupcakes.
Yeah,
I don't consider them to be iced cupcakes or icinged.
yeah.
Icinged. Is that the
Icing.
proper grammar?
We're having pass the icing to cupcakes.
I feel like living in the north Midwest, I'm not able to properly dive into this next one, but crayfish. It's crayfish, crawfish, and then crawdad.
Crawdad.
I don't
I've
think I ever
heard
said
that.
crawdad.
I've heard that, but I've never ever called.
I feel like these are all just different sections of Louisiana that say it different ways.
Yeah.
Just like the top half says craw.
Wait, what were the two different crawfishes?
It's crayfish and crawfish.
Oh, I'm a crawfish.
I think I'm a crayfish.
Okay.
Honestly, like, cause like I don't know. It just sounds better to me. Crayfish.
Yeah.
Crawfish.
Different preferences. Whatever you grew up with.
Yeah. So like but I mean we do still have crawfish up here in the Midwest. Speaking in general terms. Yeah. So like crawfish, crayfish.
I'm a crawfish, definitely.
Yeah, I'm definitely crayfish. I think that's our first disagreement.
Yeah.
Or like
What was the first one?
it's crayfish and then
No,
crawfish.
what was the first? I feel like we disagreed.
Oh, the trash can and garbage can?
Oh no, never
No, we
mind.
didn't disagree on that one. Then the next one is, I feel like this one has different definitions too, but a lot of people think all four of these are the same thing. A yard sale, a garage sale, a tag sale, and a rummage sale.
Okay, tag sale I've never heard.
Me neither, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's first.
I know
let's
it's
get that out of the way.
I saw a map one time, like what different people, what parts of the world or parts of the country call these things, and tag was like New York.
Yeah, it was like a little part of New York.
Yeah.
So the rest of them, yard sale and garage sale. I feel like that one's almost self-explanatory how those are different. Like-
Either in the garage or the garage.
The garage, yeah. Or like if it's the garage sale, you got everything in the garage and stuff out on the driveway. If it's a
Yeah.
yard sale, you've literally got stuff out almost even onto the street. Like,
Yeah, definitely.
And it could be a yard sale even if there's stuff still in the garage, but most stuff is on the yard. I
So
feel
if
like,
you have stuff in the garage and on the yard, then it's a garage sale, not a garage yard sale.
yeah.
But if you specifically have things on the yard, then it's a yard sale.
I feel like rummage sale is also all encompassing. Like
Yeah.
you can have stuff in the. I feel like when I say rummage, I think of it's the driveway's full and the garage is full, so you go into both.
Yeah.
So I think, it goes from outside to inside. It's yard sale, rummage sale, garage sale.
Yeah.
Next one. this one I know when you saw, I'm like, you were just like, who calls it that? A semi truck, an
Oh,
18-wheeler, and a tractor trailer.
I've never heard of tractor trailer. That is ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, when I saw this, I'm like, who calls it that? And then all of a sudden I got this like memory of like my youth. I went back like a really long time in my head, and then I remember, there was like a brief year or two where I did call them tractor trailers.
Really?
Yeah, it was
Huh.
like back in the day, way back before even I was obsessed with cowboys. My grandpa will know about that one, but we were a lot of garbage trucks and semi trucks obsession like every good boy should be, and like we would call them tractor trailers.
Really?
And I feel like there was just a gradual transition to like semi truck, and I feel like there was always 18-wheeler, like it was out there, but I never actually.
Yeah.
I never dove into that using it.
many syllables.
18-wheeler, yeah, and it seems a bit clunky of a word too. 18-wheeler.
Semi truck just rolls off the tongue.
Semi
a little
truck is
more.
definitely the way I say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now this next one, I feel like this is the last one I have, and I don't think we've really disagreed on any of these yet.
No.
But faucet and spigot.
Oh.
Faucet all the way. I mean, like
I don't think I call them either.
you don't think you call it? What do you think you call it? Just
A sink.
no, like the thing that water comes out.
I know, but I would just I never specify that.
What if it's outside? Like it's on the side of your house.
Then well, it's just a hose.
Don't say the joke. That we're all thinking in our head.
I guess What, faucet or...
Faucet or spigot?
Oh, not spigot.
I
Probably
feel
faucet.
I feel like faucet tends to be more inside,
Yeah, but...
and like spigot would be outside. Or like when I think spigot, I just think of the noise that like, like a thing watering your lawn would make. That's the noise it makes. Spigot, 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 spigot.
Yeah, like a sprinkler.
Yeah, like a sprinkler makes that noise.
I guess I'm definitely a faucet.
Yeah, I would say faucet. All right, moving on. This is going to be a fun little game that we're going to do. We've never done this on the podcast before, but I'm taking this idea from a podcast we listened to called The Makeshift Project. And basically what's going to happen in this is I'm going to give Matthew, in order, without knowing what comes next, 5 items in a certain category. And he is going to have to rank them blindly, put them in a specific order without knowing what's coming next.
What's the category?
The first one,
different categories?
Yeah, we're going to do like 6 of them, I believe.
Okay.
So the first one we're going to do
7?
is... Yeah, 6, 7 of these. Yeah. So rank these years of your life without knowing which one comes next.
Very fitting for this day.
Gonna start out with 2023.
2023? Okay. So 14 years old. Kind of a late, not really a lot going on. First year of high school. No.
I feel like that was
the
best. I feel like I would put that one even at number 1. Like, I think that was the best year of my life.
I'm gonna put it like 3. I feel like that's stereotypical for a lot of these ranking videos I see, but like I'm gonna just start at 3. It was average. 8th grade year, pretty fun. I feel like there's better years.
That was the year you went to camp, senior high for the first time.
Yeah.
And actually let you into the high school, even though you're still...
yeah, I was still a teenager.
Yeah, but you were like the tallest person there, which is kind of funny. All right, next is 2022.
2022, 12 years old. That was a fun year because that's when I really started. That's when I took my tractor safety lesson, and I was able to drive tractors. I don't want to put it at 2. I feel like I'm gonna put it at 2.
Put it at 2. 2022 is that 2?
Yeah, 2022, 2.
All right. Next one, 2024.
Last year was a baller year, honestly. I feel like you're not gonna say this year. You're probably not gonna say this year because it's only been 4 months. Last year was a lot of fun. We had a good year at camp. Basketball was a really fun year. Got to really engage with the guys this year. I'm gonna put it at number 1 actually.
Number 1, 2024.
Yeah, number 1.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Nice. All right, next one, 2021.
2021. What? I would have been 11.
You were in the 7th grade.
That's my first year of basketball. So that's kind of where I started. That deserves 4.
Deserves 4, 2021.
Give me 2020 for 5, please.
All right, number 5. I'm sorry, but this year is the worst one according to you. So at 5, you put 2020.
Well, it hasn't finished yet, so like it could be really bad.
Yeah, that's true.
Even though it has the hype to be really good.
It is good.
It's gonna be really good. We started this podcast.
That's true. That's true. January, right at the end, we started this podcast. Matthew joined last month, or not last month. It was February.
It's been a month.
It's been a month, but I don't know.
This Monday will be the repeat report.
Oh, that's
and
right.
We did that in the first one I was on.
That's true. All right, next category, we're gonna do these NF songs. So
okay.
This one is a juicy one.
Yeah, that's really juicy.
All right, so first one, Happy.
Happy?
Yeah.
Man, it's kind of mid. It's okay. Not my favorite, but there's definitely worse. So I'm gonna put it at 4.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, I feel like that was a good one.
There's definitely better ones.
All right, next is Lie.
Lie? Probably.
I would definitely put that one at 5.
Yeah, 5.
Honestly, yeah, it's not his best. And if you
honestly, you got a line like that.
I feel like it was a bit more of his whinier songs.
Yeah.
Next is Hope.
Hope. 2. That's good.
Yeah, honestly, that's where I'd put.
I'm waiting for you to get me Let You Down. That's the number 1.
Then number 4 is The Search.
The Search, 3. You're gonna give me
Let
You Down.
Yeah, because you don't.
Yes.
Let You Down is number 1, and
yes.
Honestly, this list you did right here, Let You Down. You put it in this order: Let You Down, Hope, The Search, Happy, Lie. I feel like that'd be my order. Like,
that's perfect.
Honestly, yeah, it's really good.
Perfect list.
Perfect list. I might have switched Hope in The Search, but yeah, honestly, great list. Yeah, I mean, you didn't know what was coming next, so it was really good for what you did. Next, we're gonna be doing these Owl City songs.
Okay.
So starting out with Good Time.
Good Time.
Featuring Carly Rae.
3. That's a solid 3.
All right. Next, we got Adam Check Please.
That one's a bop.
It is, especially that bass line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eating cold pizza in the basement.
I'm trying to remember, like, there's definitely one. That's gotta go 4, I think. There's 2 that I think I like better.
All right.
And if those come, I would be disappointed to put them behind Adam Check Please.
All right, next is Firebird.
Oh, that's number 1.
Firebird.
I love that song.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Oh, it totally deserves being up there. Next is Yacht Club.
Oh, 2.
That's the only way to do it. And I hate to inform you of this, but that leaves number 5 for All My Friends.
Oh, that's a bummer.
That is true. I think this list was actually great. Like
I would swap All My Friends for
Good Times. Definitely
yeah.
Good Time. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, because you did Firebird, Yacht Club, Good Time, Adam Check Please, and All My Friends. So
Yeah.
next one we're gonna do is Mike songs, little Mike songs.
This would be harder because all his songs I'm not familiar. They're not all specifically different enough for me to remember which ones are which. But I think we get to the point after like 4 months of listening to them that I can at least figure out which ones are different.
I think you'll crush this one. All right, I'm gonna start out with Amazing Grace.
Oh, that's number 1.
Amazing Grace, number 1.
Yeah.
All right. I shouldn't have come
song.
out that strong. All right, next one I got Hard.
Hard?
Yeah, that one is we go to the toe. I'ma show him defeat.
Yeah. Probably 3.
3.
3. Yeah.
I feel like that's respect. Yeah. Next is Plan A.
Plan A.
Plan A's Trust God. I don't really need
Yeah.
a Plan B.
That's got a good bass the whole time. 2.
2.
That's a good 2.
Honestly, yeah.
The thing is, I'm gonna cry because of number 4 and 5. I hate leaving 4 and 5 open because
Yeah. Next is God Made a Way.
5.
God Made a Way. All right. And that's leaving number 4 for Championship.
Okay, I like that list.
Yeah. It's a pretty good list. I would have switched the last 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a pretty good list. But Plan A is still my favorite song. So you did Amazing Grace, Plan A, Hard, Championship, and God Made a Way. So the last one we got here is Forrest Frank. So you're going to be ranking these Forrest Frank songs, starting out with Heaven on This Earth.
That's probably a 3.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
3.
the one that, yeah. Really, I'm surprised by that one. Next one is Up. I'll let
For
them know.
5.
Yeah,
5.
that was the correct place to put it. Next, you got Good Day.
Good Day. I'm about to have a good 2. That's a
Really? Wow.
Yeah, I really like that one.
I mean, yeah, it's pop. Next one is Jesus Paid It All.
4.
I feel like you did really good on this one because number 1 you put at Sunrise. Yeah,
yes.
Sunrise. What a bop. That was his best song.
Sunrise and Good Day are just like ones that like I can wake up in the morning and just start a good day with a good day.
You can start a good day with Good Day. Yeah, that checks out on that one. All right. So that's all I have for that. That was pretty good. So now I just want to do a little bit of news because I feel like there's some stuff I want to go over. So starting out, all the stuff we're gonna be moving all the Twitter stuff to now instead of from what we had it at before. Excuse me, my phone is going to an ad or something right now.
We did not touch it.
Yes. All right.
Hopefully it still recorded that. Yep,
Yeah,
looks
there
like
we
it
go.
did.
There we go. Got my blooper in there. But yeah, we're gonna be doing the news items right now. So you can find us on Twitter at NoEchoPod. Or you could go on YouTube and Spotify at Not Your Echo Chamber Podcast and find us. Comment there. Comment anything. Honestly, I don't need to tell you guys to comment. You guys were doing pretty good. Honestly, you could be doing better. Do better.
We've got about over double the amount of comments we used to get.
So yeah, but we do have a brand new email address. It's
Do we now?
Yep, it's Not Your Echo Chamber Podcast at gmail.com. I tried to get not your Echo Chamber, but that was taken, so don't do that. It's Not Your Echo Chamber Podcast at gmail.com.
You don't need capitals for Gmails,
No,
do
no, you don't need capitals for any email, I don't think.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can hit us up there, and that's a safe communication for a contest. So from now on, for contests, you do not comment on Spotify because I realize how terrible that is. It's super not private.
Because you can't comment, do any follow-up comments or anything.
Yeah, you can't double reply on Spotify.
Yeah.
So that's what it's going to be for the contest. And today I have a new contest that I was literally thinking of just a few minutes ago. I literally had nothing. I'm like, oh man, while I'm speaking, I better come up with a contest. So I looked around my room and found something. Earlier today, I was drinking out of a very specific can that I will not tell you what it is. I want you guys to guess what
Is it
brand.
that can right there?
Yes, it's that can right there. I will not tell you what was in this can or how tall the can is, but I want you guys to guess what brand of
Do
drink.
they have to guess the flavor?
No,
Or
they
just
do.
brand?
They don't. They just
Okay.
have to guess what the brand is, because now you know it's a flavored thing. And I will tell you, we have already said this word of the can in this episode.
Yeah, we have.
So if you can figure this out, listen back to the podcast today. We've already said this word
We're view farming right now.
about 3 or 4 times. Yes, or listen on a different device or a different
Yes.
account each time you go through and listen.
Grab a stranger's phone, listen through again, so you can figure out where it is.
That's like the Mr. Beast Honey ad. Do you remember
Yeah.
that from a while ago?
Grab someone's phone and download Honey on their device too.
Hey, that commercial, I was watching that one guy who was like, okay, this is the craziest thing that just happened. I've never seen anything like this. He was doing a video and about how that ad really didn't age well.
No.
Like, you look back at it now, he's got this weird energy going on, and he's like going through it, and he's like, if you don't go and get this on all your devices, it is literally a sin. And I'm like,
Yeah.
That's not literally a sin, Mr. Beast.
Is Honey still a thing?
I'm pretty sure it is. I
Oh.
think I saw a Sambucha recently that was like going through browser extensions.
Oh,
Half
okay.
of them were illegal though. I'm pretty sure, like, or just illegally good.
Yeah.
All right, so yep, that's the contents for today. I've already said the name of the brand of drink
We both have.
in the can. We've both have said it. We said it about 3 or 4 times during our segment where we went through the how things should be said. For the last thing, since we can't leave you guys happy and joyful, we're just gonna go over something that happened a couple days ago. Oh wait, hold on. Nope, because this would totally dox us. I totally forgot. Something very significant happened it was yesterday, and we really can't talk about it because it would completely dox us.
What?
It has to do with the state that we live in.
Oh, I don't even know. Yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday.
Me and you?
No, not me and you.
Oh,
Just
you.
the state we live in.
No, but did that happen together or just you?
No, it
Oh.
happened statewide.
Oh.
No,
Oh.
we can't talk about it. I just realized that now. I was gonna ask you even to talk about our state baseball team in the sports ball update. And how
Oh.
terribly they've been doing. I'm like, no, I guess
Yeah.
we can't really, because that would
Yeah,
kind of
that
dox
would
us.
dox us.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Now they know how they're doing terrible.
Yeah. That really could be any team, honestly.
They're gonna look at all the baseball teams who have lost 20 million games.
And then in order to do that, they're gonna go through all of it and do all that work specifically just so they can know where we live. Oh no!
what state we live in.
What state we live in? The general gigantic state. We
Honestly,
live
does it matter if they know what state we live in?
in. I don't think it really does. I think our first episode we like dropped a major bomb. Like,
Yeah,
of
I'm
what
pretty
the
sure we
state was.
said what state we lived in.
I'm pretty sure. Did we say that? Put
We
it in the comments if we said it. Dox us in the comments.
Except for those people that listen to this actually know where we live.
Oh, that's true.
Don't do that.
Don't. If you know us, if you know us, don't comment. Honestly, and don't ask anybody either. Don't look any of this stuff up.
Don't ask where the Not Your Echo Chamber podcast guys live.
Don't Google it.
Don't Google it.
They're looking on Google and there's like a building in like
Yeah.
a certain state. I was gonna say it. I'm so stupid. I'm just gonna eventually say it on accident. I've already cut out like names of specific cities, like the city where Jeremiah and Silas go to school.
Yeah, they said it.
They accidentally like dropped like a major bomb on the episode. I think I cut it out, but yeah.
The FBI is gonna come for us, guys. This is
Yeah.
why we can't tell you where we live.
Yeah.
This podcast is so good that the FBI is gonna come after us and take it down because it's so good.
Yeah, exactly. You're good. People have been falling into laughing fits. It's been so good. I feel like there's one more thing I want to talk about. I was going to save it for the main episode, but I feel like it deserves to be mentioned today. So yesterday, I went over to Matt's house after work. We sat on the couch, watched
2
Lab
days
Rats
ago.
for a while. Was it really 2 days ago? Is today
Yesterday was
Thursday?
Wednesday. Yeah, today's Thursday.
Shoot, I forgot yesterday existed. So anyway, it was Tuesday. We were sitting over his house. We watched like 3 episodes of Lab Rats. We were getting kind of bored of that. I was drinking a great Skittles beverage. Do you want to hawk that real quick? that ware?
What is that word? Hawk that?
Hawk. Yeah, HOC, pretty much it is. Hawking your wares. Have you ever heard that expression? No? Oh. It's a hawk tua. Have you
Man,
ever
every
heard
time. Yes, I've heard of Octua.
that? Not an endorsement at all.
Not an endorsement, no.
Nope.
Definitely don't support Hawk-tuing.
Anyway.
Yeah, so we do this thing I don't know if it's I don't know if it's nationwide, but called Ruby's Pantry, and we got these Skittle packets that it's like you can fill up a jar. We fill up canning jars of water. Then we dump one Skittles packet in. It's like
a drink mix.
It's like a drink mix. Yeah,
It is a drink mix.
Little,
That's why it's like it.
Yeah,
it is it.
It's got a little stick, like probably like 3 inches by an inch, and you just dump it in.
Yeah.
And then you mix it up, and it gives you different flavors. And the flavors are lime, grape, orange, and red. Is the 4 Skittle flavors we have, and it's pretty baller.
It is good. I had the lime one.
Lime is the best.
And I was drinking it for a while. It was excellent.
Orange tastes like a tangerine. It's kind of nasty.
Math checks out on that one. Yeah, but after that we were watching Lab Rats. Eventually we got bored of that. I'm like, we went upstairs. What we were gonna do is like Minecraft Bed Wars and then trade off. If you know what Bed Wars is, I think I've already explained it on the podcast.
Yep.
Go look up.
We try to make sure people don't live anymore.
But in a video game, not in real life. Not in real
You
life.
destroy their beds; they can't respawn if you kill them.
Yeah, and then but
can we say kill on the podcast?
It gets bleeped out.
Okay,
I'm just kidding.
Like Spotify bleeps it out for you.
Yeah.
You can't say KLL.
No.
Where you just kill people.
I was surprised though. We already have low views, but like the algorithm didn't kill our episode where Jeremiah was talking about Secret Hitler. Let's make it happen. And that was what I wanted to make the episode title. But if you read the description, I did asterisk over the I in Hitler. So it's just I probably should have done the E too, but honestly, you only need to do one vowel.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm at Matthew's house, drinking Skittles, doing that. We were going to go upstairs and play Bed Wars, but then we decided to switch over to a different game. And we played this game. Matthew discovered that it was actually multiplayer, and we had a blast playing this game.
Shout out Brotato. It's such a great game.
Dude.
So I'll give you a description. So you start out the game, you pick a class of egg, okay? And you spawn in the garden, and you try to destroy evil potatoes, okay?
Yeah.
So you pick a class. Each class will give you like certain abilities and certain attributes, but there's always a downside in most of them.
Yeah, it's like an RPG on a really small map. Like if these were actual eggs, I would say the size of the map is like 5 foot by 5 foot.
Yeah.
Like an egg, like wandering around in there. It's not a huge map, but it's like an RPG, like side scroller.
It's enough to escape and stuff. Anyways, so you pick a class and then you pick a weapon, and then you go through the waves. The waves get harder as you advance, and by killing potatoes you get money, and then you're able to spend and get different items it gives you 4 items, and you can like re-roll the items so that you can get different items to build your class and what you want. Like you can go for ranged or melee, or like you can build your health, or you can be a tanking character or something like that. So the goal is to get through, and then there's like 6 different levels of difficulty. So I've completed through 1 through 3 difficulty, and then there's still 4 through 6 that we have to do.
Yeah, because we didn't play through it. We played a bunch of rounds and didn't get through it.
Yeah, we never. So you have to advance the wave 20 before you unlock a new difficulty. So.
Yeah, and it starts out, wave 1 is 15 seconds, wave 2 is 20, wave 3 is 25, and it goes on like that.
And then the max, I think, is like a minute 15 or something like that for a wave. And then there's like every like 10 waves, there's a boss level.
Yeah, and we were playing this for a while, and what made it especially fun for me is while we were doing this, I'm learning all this game stuff, and I'm a full-on like government registered noob. Like I'm really.
You were doing good though.
I was doing good though, because you know what? There's literally one thing you do, and it's literally the toggle, or like the.
You just walk around.
You just walk around. You just move.
And it shoots for you.
It shoots for you, hits for you. Yeah, it does all that stuff. And we were actually doing some pretty good strats when there was 3 of us playing. It was you, me, and your younger brother.
Yeah. Who
will not be named.
We were doing like a tank build where Christopher would just sit there and tank, and you just take all the hits.
I just kept upgrading my armor and health, and I was like an absolute beast. I had 4 times the health Matthew did.
And my brother, and then me and my brother would just we would be this class where you can take 12 weapons each. Like usually you can just do stock. It's usually just 6 weapons for most of them.
And they're all hovering around you, doing shooting or hitting.
And this class gives you the ability to get 12 weapons. So me and my brother, we just have like 12 weapons, just like blasting the guys around Christopher.
Yeah, I would just tank and take all of it while they were like. We had the strategy where Matt and his younger brother was supposed to, but kept wandering around, sit in the corner. I would sit like a little bit out from the corner.
So we wouldn't, because we had no health.
Yeah, and they would. Yeah. It would take like 5 hits and you'd be done.
Yeah.
And like, so I just stand in the corner. They'd all come towards me and try and get me. I would tank and take most of them. My health after about like 10 seconds of this, the rounds are short, but a lot happens in that time. After 10 seconds, I'd almost be dead, so I'd have to run away.
Yeah.
And then we just regroup and try and make it through the level alive.
Yeah.
And the point's not to kill all the bad guys per round. It's just to survive for the times.
But you want to kill them so you can get money, so you can get more
better
items.
stuff. Yeah.
Because if you don't, then the harder waves will be they'll be worse.
Yeah, definitely a high recommendation for that.
Yeah. It's free on Steam, I believe, but if you want it on Xbox, it's like $5.
Yeah, it's $4.99. I think I checked.
Yeah, on Xbox it's $4.99, and then on Steam it's free.
All right, yeah, Brotato, high recommendation.
Very fun.
So that was our Tuesday, and then after that I went to work, and something I want to talk about. I might as well just talk about this on the podcast, air my grievances. So, I work at Subway. We have a new employee, and she's been here for 2 weeks, I'd say. I think
I saw her the first day.
That was actually her third day.
I thought you said it was the first day.
Well, I said she was new.
Oh.
So it was like her third day.
Oh,
and
I felt special now.
Yeah. And you and your dad came in that day. I think that was the first day you came in when I was working at that location. Not going to say what location it is.
I think that was the first time I ever came in when you were working. Well, I came in that one time when we went to camp.
That's true, but I was done working.
Yeah.
And I was sitting on the truck and you went and got one of the subs that's now rest in peace. I just did a visual thing right there, you can see. Anyway, join us on YouTube for that. I'm just kidding, no.
It won't be there.
No, his podcast probably will take a while to get up on YouTube anyways. But yeah, anyways, with this new employee, she's been there for a couple weeks now, and she, apparently she's one of those people who tries to keep secrets, but she goes to public school, so you can't. So she said she told only 2 people that she works there. I'm not joking. We got 4 visitors yesterday. Last night when I was working, I worked 4 to close, and in the span of
Wednesday or Tuesday?
Wednesday.
Okay.
Yes, it's yesterday. The actual
works.
Yesterday. I forgot how yesterday worked. But she came in. She was working with me 4 till 7:30ish. And in the span of
6, 7.
Yeah, 6. She was, I told her to leave around 6, 7. She stayed like the span of like 5 o'clock to like 6:30, which is like an hour and a half. She got 4 different groups coming in, and one was like some guy.
Wait, how old is she? Does he have the work restriction?
I think so. I know she's same grade as me. She's same grade as me because she came over from Culver's.
Then she's probably not work restriction.
Do
you know what that is? Do you have anyone that has work restriction?
Well, I know I'm not allowed to work more than 6 hours at a time. I'm supposed to take a break, and I do, government.
Oh, yeah.
I take a break every 6 hours, government. Believe me, I do.
I think, what is it? You can't work past like 7 o'clock if you're under 16. I think it is.
Oh, yeah. So, she's over 16.
Okay.
Because she said she worked when she was 14. She got a job at Culver's. Like half our employees came over from Culver's. And so she worked there for 2 years, and her salary never got above $9 an hour, which kind of sucks. So
I guess my aunt is pretty ruthless over there.
I guess so.
My aunt works at the Culver's across the road.
We
are Culver's has been only our state.
No, they're not. They're in Arizona.
They're in the Midwest.
Spitballers, shout out. Did talk about one in Arizona.
Okay.
So we could be in Arizona, but they're not in the Midwest. They're also, just look that up just in case. Anyways, Culver's not a sponsor, probably never will be, because I
don't think they sponsor.
No, I guess not. But like in the past, we had.
Do fast food places sponsor?
Ryan Trahan's McDonald's he's got a big McDonald's thing. Like he does the.
Oh yeah, because when he did the
latte all the time.
Because when he did the 1 penny challenge, he probably got sponsored after that because he went there so many times. When he did the, giving 1 penny to Mr. Beast, but traveling across America.
Yeah,
it's a great series.
I've never seen it. I've seen like a few of his videos. I never got into Ryan Trahan big. Do you know he's a Christian now?
He's been a Christian for like 5 years.
Really? Shout out. Shout out to him being Christian for a while.
Yeah.
You know, if Sam Bucci was Christian, it wouldn't surprise me. Because he's Catholic, but...
He's a devout Catholic.
He's a devout Catholic. Pretty cool,
Pretty
right?
cool, right?
Yeah. So where was I even?
You're talking about your
Culver's.
coworker.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. She had 4 different groups. Some of them were like friends from school, people dating relatives. Some of them yeah, sorry. Eminem quickly joined our podcast. But yeah, so she had 4 different like groups come in. Well, and one was a friend that they talked for like 20 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, we had.
Did you at least? Was she at least working?
It was a super slow day. All the chores were done. Nothing was happening. I'm literally just sitting in the back waiting because it's like one of those conversations they're having like a conversation back and forth, and like I can't join in because I don't know what they're talking about, and they're both gasp laughers, so it's kind of especially awkward. So when they're like talking like like when they're laughing, and it's like a couple of hyenas out there.
Is your coworker quiet?
For the most part, like
okay, maybe just around you because.
New coworker.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's true. I am socially awkward.
Chris is just like,
I'm wearing a straight jacket to work.
Yeah.
Would you like a dessert? Is turkey okay? Would you like that in a bag? Okay, enough of that. So yeah, she had 4 different groups come in, and like I'm just sitting in the back, awkward, and like yeah, it was just she had so many people come in there, and like, oh yeah, we were talking about is she introverted? I would say she's like probably same temperament as me.
Okay.
Because like she was
do
always.
You guys ever talk?
Yeah, and I would say I'm not a super talkative person at work. I'm not a person who's gonna go up and like. So today, in this video, I'm not a person to go up and start a conversation like that. Like if something comes up, I'm super chatty and talkative and like. Okay, now we're done talking. I stop talking. Like I don't feel the need to follow someone around and talk at them for a while. But like if a conversation comes up, I'm friendly. Mm-hmm. And so she's the same way, but she's like slightly more inquisitive, and there's a social deal of like you can't just not be talking when you're around somebody like
cough my coworker cough.
Yeah, like shout out but like it was kind of weird like there's this social pressure that people aren't allowed to be around each other and not talk.
Yeah.
Like if especially in nowadays when like the quiet people are usually the ones who end up like
doing drugs.
well going down the darker paths if you think about it so people really feel the need to have to talk to prove something.
Well, because they feel like they need to find joy because they can't do joy in talking.
That's
so
true.
They have to find joy in something else.
That's true. And like I'm talking more about feeling the need to talk, like to break some kind of to make sure they're not breaking some kind of social code of you're not allowed to not talk for like an hour.
Yeah.
Like you have to have some conversation or something. I mean, it's fine. Like it's good to do. It builds relationships and stuff. But if you're like bringing up, so how about this weather, huh?
Beautiful weather outside today.
5 minutes later, how about yesterday's weather?
Yeah.
5 minutes later, how about that forecast? And on and on like that. But yeah, like, yeah. So that's pretty much my weekly update. She had like 4 different people come in, just sitting in the back, awkwardly waiting for it to be over. Oh, another thing about Brotatoes. Our Brotato sesh on Tuesday. Yesterday, am I right?
Yeah.
So what made it especially fun for me was not just that I was official noob, but also that I would do some voices.
Oh yeah.
While we were doing that, there would be some screaming since I'm bad, and like no, me running around screaming on the map, and I would do the Trump voice where I'd be like, "Oh yes, these weapons are the best. Oh, these weapons are my favorite. The best game. No other game like this game." And I couldn't do the hand motions that you can obviously see through.
Also, you couldn't do it then because he had a controller in his hand.
Yeah,
too.
and I had to have at least one hand on the controller because I just
one hand on the controller.
Well, 2 hands on the controller, 2 hands on the phone. Shout
out
out
Spitballers.
Spitballers. Jinx. Oh, Michael Keaton. But yeah.
I knew you were gay.
Anyway, I would do these voices, and I did this different voice. I did one. You guys know about one? Work at Taco Bell. I would do some other voices that I don't want to mention on this podcast, but
yeah.
I did some good voices. I did my Joe Biden voice. Who's the man? Who's that, Jack? What'd I do? Like that.
Who's Jack?
It's his, like, whenever Joe Biden has, like, there's, like, a general, it's like his, you know how some people are like, hey, you over there. He's like, Jack. It's a general person, yeah. Come over here, Jack.
What I do this time?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, oh, do you know Joe Biden's still kicking? I feel like there's like a...
He didn't kick the bucket yet.
He didn't. No, he didn't. Yeah, he's in all of his kicking. He'll get there eventually. But yeah, he's actually doing. I think he was doing a Hollywood book tour or something.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm like, can you say ghostwriter? I feel like Obama has like a gajillion memoirs, so he probably had ghostwriters. I mean, there's no shame in ghostwriting, but I feel like if I ever had a book written about me, would I ghostwrite him?
Probably not.
No, probably not. 'Cause I'm not gonna be that level of famous.
No. Well, we could be after this podcast.
That's true. Like, also, speaking of famous and this podcast, if you guys have tips or like
on how to be famous,
on how to be famous, on how to handle fame, I really need him. I'm gonna need him soon. But like,
Lord, it's hard to be humble.
Actually, this is a call out to listeners. You can do two of these things would super help us out. Number one, just share it with like a physical person. Find another person and share the podcast with them, even if you're ashamed about it. This episode is pretty good, actually. I think this one would be one that we can like promote as like a flagship episode of even the Thursday show. But yeah, definitely share that. And if you don't know how to do that, please give me tips on how to do the online like marketing stuff and like how like an easy path to get towards that area of.
Honestly, the easiest way to share the podcast and grow is just tell people IRL in real life.
Exactly.
Like,
real people. Just like
real people. Because if you tell one person, that person tells one person, that's already double the amount of listeners.
Exactly.
Then those 3 people tell people, then we have 6, then we have 12, then we have 24, then we have 48. Soon we'll have 1,000 listeners.
Yes, and if exactly that's the path to 1,000. And if you do that, we'll give you a sticker. And like we can keep, if you get one more person, you and them can get a sticker, and then eventually it'll create this like this triangle shape of this triangular almost pyramid like shape of like
these people up here at the top of the pyramid.
You might even call it like a scheme. Even I wouldn't say a scheme, but like a pyramid shaped kind of scheme thing going on there. Totally not a.
We have 2 listeners tell 2 more. Then we have more. Then thousands of people are telling thousands of people. Then everyone is sharing the podcast. And the whole America knows about the podcast, like Joe Rogan.
Exactly. And if you're Joe Rogan, shout out. If your mom and all of your aunts can do MLMs, so can you. Come on, this podcast is your doTERRA. Just share it. You're young living. Don't ask me how I know those, but share with your friends. Share this with your friends. Yeah. So all we can say is. That's the number one way we can grow is actual IRL, like telling other people about this podcast. Because like
tell your whole county.
Exactly.
Build a billboard.
Build a billboard, yeah. And don't bill us for it.
Yeah, because we broke.
That's true.
We have no revenue.
Well, yeah, we have no revenue. I was gonna say we have no money. I'm like, well, I've got a little cash money, and you're like revenue. I'm like, oh nope, not from the show.
This is a business, Christopher.
Exactly. We're expanding. I'm sorry. I'm drinking soda on the podcast.
Not the one that you're supposed to guess.
Yeah, which is we mentioned it earlier.
Yep.
And it's in the room. Here, I'll give you a hint. This is me setting down the empty can.
It's empty.
That's your hint. Ooh, we should go through the things on my shelf now. Look at this. I got this from your.
That's me. That's
your
mine.
No, it's not.
Oh, you got one too?
Yeah.
Oh.
I got a hot dog too. Anyway, so you guys are really confused on this audio podcast. So, I went to Matthew's conference. Not a conference.
No, it was something different.
It was like a tournament.
Just a tournament, yeah.
Yeah, it was like a special tournament. It wasn't part of a big thing really. It was like, and on like at the concessions they were giving out Scoopy tokens.
Those have been retired for a long time.
I know, and I don't even know what to do with it. Like, can you actually bring it in? Because I feel like Scoopy tokens now are just like you rip them off
paper.
Of like the paper. Yeah. Will they even take like a physical, like a Scoopy token?
I don't know. I would keep that. You could sell it for millions.
Yeah, eventually it'll be worth millions.
Yeah, you have too much stuff. We need to do a whole podcast. And I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's true. Well, looking up at this stuff right here.
You have jalapeno Cheetos.
I don't want to talk about that. We'll get to that in a minute. And your jaw will be on the floor.
Okay.
Honestly. So, I want to start. So, actually, look at this drawer right here. It's pretty much empty.
Okay.
That's my drawer on this desk. That one's Jeremiah's. This drawer down here is also mine. Completely empty. So, as my brothers have left, that one's Jeremiah's.
Mustaches.
It's filled with mustaches. It's full of mustaches. I've never seen this. What?
Jeremiah has on this desk we're recording, it has a full of mustaches.
What is all this stuff? We probably shouldn't go through this. Oh, but look, old-fashioned beard trimmer with all these mustaches. What is this? This is like a hair cutter.
I've never.
It like pulls the blade
That should
along
be the front
edge.
of the podcast.
Yeah, we should
put that to the thumbnail.
Yeah. All right, beard trimmer. That's crazy. All right. Anyways, the bottom one is mine, and it is also completely empty
Yep.
because I've been moving all the stuff from over here. You also see that empty shelf there.
Yeah.
Over into there, making space here. That's like trash there, and that's stuff I'm getting rid of.
Okay.
There's a game that literally just says fart on it. But this stuff here. So what's happening on this shelves here is, as you can see, top shelf is just like paraphernalia. I've got a cool pen that Silas gave me. That's a ink pen. I haven't tried it out yet, but I really want to. I've never had like an.
I feel like that's like a pen that you like. So it's a feathered pen with like actual ink.
Yeah.
And I
It's
feel
like
like
an
that's a thing that you just like collect, just let it sit there as a.
Yeah, if I ever had a cleared off desk, which I probably will in the summer, I'll definitely have that.
What do you
on
call
display.
this?
I would say I cleared it off for the podcast.
Okay.
It's also got a water bottle, 2 speakers, keys. 2 phones, a subway thing, a clock radio that doesn't work, a thermometer, a lamp that I took one of those desk lamps like you see in the Pixar logo and turned it up and put like a little hat on it.
I see that.
It's like the top to a different lamp that's like a lamp shade. I put a lamp shade on top of my lamp. So the lamp part is looking up, like the head of the lamp and the Pixar logo is looking up into a lamp shade. I've also got my notebook.
Pretty cool, right?
Pen. Yeah. So stay safe. So, second shelf. I see here. That's my stuff preparing for summer. So I moved all that stuff up there while I was going through my stuff.
What's in that like bag underneath the Cheetos?
I actually kind of like this. So underneath the Cheetos here, we got this, which is my camera. It's my camera bag,
Okay.
which has
I didn't even know you
videos.
had a camera.
Oh yeah, it's got videos of things of which we may not speak. So I took this.
That camera.
Yeah. It's like the camcorder.
Yeah.
Like I got it for dirt cheap. It's like $100 value camera that I got for like $10 at St. Vinny's, unopened
Nice.
in like all the packaging, like in the Saran wrap.
I see that.
So it is really good. Anyways,
Pretty
so
cool,
this-
right?
I think I'm just gonna get straight down to this because honestly, we gotta talk about this. So, this is a bag of jalapeno Cheetos. I have not eaten these. And do you want to take a guess when these are from, Matthew? You bought them.
These
These
is the
Cheetos
Counselor's
are
Retreat?
from the Counselor's Retreat.
What?
In fall. In
They've
the
been
fall,
all
you
winter,
bought these.
all winter.
Yes.
Just chilling in
They've
there?
been sitting up here for 5 months,
That's funny.
and I've been keeping them because you know why?
we should take them to the.
We're gonna go to the
Counselor's
Counselor Retreat in 2 weeks. Or like, no,
A week.
1 week. Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my
Camp is
gosh.
already coming.
It's upon us. Oh, crazy. Anyways, I got these jalapeno Cheetos. I remember I did something really. I pulled a jerk move on you. I drove past your house to get up to camp, so I wasn't out of the way to drive you there. And I said, you bought these, and then I said, just give them to me, and that'll be your fare for me not going out of the way to bring them
Oh
to camp.
yeah.
And you're like, whatever. And so I took them and kept them. And I haven't eaten them. I like ate 1 or 2. I'm like, they're stale. I waited for a while. We were going to bring these up to camp, and we were going to record a video of us eating them. Eating 5-month-old Cheetos
So
at
it's
camp.
gotta be more than that. Oh.
Just think, well, it's the beginning of November, so that's December, January, February, March, April. It's going to be a little more than 5 months.
Yeah.
So we're going to do that
That's
for,
funny.
for the podcast. We're going to do a video, all 3 of we'll get Jeremiah in there, maybe even Silas. We're all going to get one, and we're going to cheers and down one of them bad boys.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, we can keep going through the stuff on my shelf here. So you see I've got another thing I'm stoked about for camp, which is a French fry slicer.
That's cool.
It's from like the 1950s.
Are you gonna bring potatoes?
Oh yeah. Well, for we do a special thing at camp. It's like on a specific day for each different cabin. There's one day where instead of doing the regular camp activities, 1 or 2 of the cabins, 1 or 2 out of like the 8 cabins goes
goes
on
so much fun.
Yeah, goes out on
A
a special
camp
camp out
Yeah.
where you take a potato and you're supposed to chew it up in your mouth and spit it out
It's
into
called
like
a
a
hobo
tin,
dinner.
and you like mix it up with like carrots and salt.
Shout out
and
to
all
the
that stuff.
hobos.
Shout out to the hobos out there, and we cook it over a fire and eat it. It's usually pretty good. It's like a casserole or something.
Honestly, probably one of my favorite meals at camp. It's a lot of work, but
It is, but
I have braces now, so I don't need to chew it.
I still did when I had braces.
What a baller.
I know it didn't really affect my braces at all. Like eating a brownie would do it, but eating a carrot wouldn't.
A brownie.
A brownie was the first thing I broke a bracket on. Anyway, this potato slicer. So last year I made French fries, and it took me ages because I would cut each individual one
Yeah,
into
they
pieces.
were really good.
But it was so worth it. I made French fries instead of that. But anyway,
Were you able to put some oil on it?
yeah, I did. I
Yeah.
covered it. Oh, oil. I gotta put that on a list or something.
Yeah, we gotta bring oil.
Yeah, because I'm gonna butter those things
They
up.
pretty much let you bring anything on senior high week.
That's true.
Other than weapons, they took all our weapons away.
That's
but
true.
I'm not in the big weapons crave, honestly.
Yeah. So I've got this one that'll cut it into bigger slices and
Okay.
smaller slices.
Nice.
So yeah, that's gonna come in clutch later. Speaking of taking away weapons, so funny camp story. I was trying to remember some of these. Something that happened last year is so. Sunday, everybody gets at camp around 3:00, I'd say, and
Yeah.
you're allowed to have your phone and all that stuff until you have to go to bed that night. They take away phones, weapons, atomic weapons, like knives, like duct tape, all that kind of stuff that you're not allowed to have. Goes against camp code and all that stuff. So they make you at the end of the night, right before that stuff, they come around with a bucket and they fill it up. Well, when they got around to our cabin, they had a little bit of a problem. So shout out Sam, not gonna give his last name, but this man's is a survivalist. This man has all of the tools to survive in the wilderness and all of this stuff. And a lot of us brought knives, cameras, we all had our phones, all this stuff. So what happened was the bucket came around to us. And we put some stuff in it, and it became soon clear that we were going to need more. So the guy who was collecting everything, the camp, what is it? The counselor, head counselor, he had to go back. He brought he took a drawer out of a dresser, and he brought it to our cabin, and we started filling this thing up. We filled this thing, and then the speaker came around, and he was just laughing his head off, the camp speaker for chapel. He was just laughing his head off at us as we filled this thing to the brim. We kept pulling stuff out for 10 minutes straight, kept filling this thing up. We're like, oh, well, I guess I have this. It's just full of knives and electronics and all this survival stuff and just all sorts of crazy stuff that we had brought. And anyway, in the end, it was full up to the brim and stuff was dropping out, and we're like, well, there goes our week. So we didn't have any of that. And
still a baller week.
It was still a great week. We had a great time. We were robbed at the very end, though. Our cabin almost won an ice cream party, but we were second place. There was some bias we're not going to talk about, but even they admitted it at the end, that there was some bias.
After they had their ice cream party and everything.
Yeah. So I have a few more surprises I want to talk about on here. First of all, frames. I'm stocking up on frames because there's the special thing we do at camp called the auction.
Oh,
where we auction off special.
Wait, we should bring back the meme.
Yes, we reinvented quite a lot of memes. Some of them you just have to.
When you're there for 3 weeks out of the 4 weeks, you
memes spawn, and we came up. There was just the most classic thing the other time, but I'm gonna get to that in a second.
And me and Christopher together for 3 weeks is not a good idea.
Yeah, not good for nuclear safety.
Yeah.
So what happened is they have an auction on Thursday night of all the things made in the craft house. So if you want to sell something, you can put it in the auction, and it's an auction at night right before everyone goes to bed. So the betting is off the chain. It's staff members and stuff that are betting on it, and prices can get up to $70. I think both of us bought $70 paintings one year because we were maintenance, so technically we were on staff, so we were allowed to buy it. And but frames always gonna come in clutch if there's something like that, because that will instantly raise the value of what you have. And
I see you have the treasure box from a couple mottos.
I'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
But another thing I want to talk about, we were just about to talk about this, is the meme. The big meme of last year, which was it was junior week. Junior week. I thought it might have been a different week, but it was junior week. So right before going to chapel, the cabins have to clean everything up in their cabin, and it gets judged, and it generates points that add towards with other activities. An ice cream party, whoever wins at the end of the week. So part of that cleaning is after you clean, you have to set up in your room a motto. That's comprises.
What's a motto?
Nothing. What's a motto with you? It comprises of a physical object, scripture, all that kind of stuff. And people go crazy on it sometimes, doing these scriptural analogies and stuff.
They decorate their whole cabin and stuff.
Yeah, some people just crazy with that.
Usually the girls really care about it in the younger weeks.
Yeah, and the boys sometimes it's down to the wire. And so this one boy cabin. Their motto ended up being, they set up a chair right next to someone's bed, wrote on a piece of paper, God created wood.
No, God made wood.
No, God created wood.
Oh,
I have the
okay.
meme to prove it.
Okay. And they spelled God wrong.
They spelled it like the G is backwards.
Yeah.
God created wood, and they have a bunch of popsicle sticks glued together. It's like 5 or 6 popsicle sticks glued together.
That's horrible.
It was just instantly.
So, since we were maintenance, we got to walk in and judge the cabins with our maintenance director. So we walk in and we just started laughing. We're like, God created wood.
I wasn't there that time, but yeah,
It was hilarious.
It was
So
hysterical.
we showed all the counselors and they were just laughing their heads off.
best camp meme ever.
Yes.
I printed it out and I think I sold it at auction.
Yeah, auction.
God made
We'll
wood.
have to print it out. We'll have to make several copies.
I think the
Blackmail. Side hustle.
Oh yeah,
Side
let's do it.
hustle.
It's called a
We'll
hustle,
sell,
sweetheart.
yeah, we'll sell them $2 each.
Ooh.
We're gonna make millions.
Yeah.
Or hundreds.
Hundreds until one person buys it and starts photocopying it.
It's true.
Let's lock up all the printers. Let's lock the door to the printer room. Anyway, I got more stuff up there. Endless stories that could be told. And then this shelf here is just stuff I need to get to. There's a mower blade I need to put on the mower because I keep hitting rocks and stuff, so I bought a new one.
You have that thing. What's the hair thing?
Which hair thing?
This
This thing?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a head massager.
Yeah.
It consists of like 10 wires.
Catch right?
Yeah, and it's like they're slightly curved.
I've seen people walk up to people and just like put these on their
Yeah.
head.
You have to open it up a little bit
Oh.
to start with, and then you put it on your head, and it like It's like it has like a bead on the end of each of the wires, and massages your head. Your head is gigantic, though.
My
You
head
might
is
have a little
gigantic.
trouble. So you stick it down and up a little bit.
Oh, this
Oh,
feels weird.
you don't like it? I think you may be doing it incorrectly.
No, it's nice. It just feels weird. I can see why people jump when people do this. Because like people, have you ever seen the videos where the people like walk up to them and like sneak up to them and they're just like.
I don't think I've seen that. I think you have because you're more in the kind of world that would do that. But yeah. Oh, it's so soothing. It is super
nice.
weird though. It does feel like somebody rubbing sticks against your head. But if the sticks were like round and they felt good.
Yeah. This is great podcasting.
This is great podcasting. It feels great. Anyway, going through the stuff on my list. I also did found a slingshot that my grandpa gave to me like 10 years ago. Look at this thing. Genuine.
I used to have one of those. Oh,
Genuine, made out of wood.
not wine.
Not wine. What?
You said genuine.
Genuine. Do you say genuine or genuine?
Genuine.
I feel like I say genuine whenever I say it, just to give emphasis, because I feel
Yeah.
like genuine. It's like all the
Genuine.
it's like the whole word sounds too familiar. Each syllable sounds too familiar to the last one. So it's like saying caricature instead of caricature.
Church.
Caricature. Yeah. So a lot of cool stuff on my shelf. Got
A lot of
lotion.
stuffed animals.
Got a huge, like, 30 stuffed animal collection all stuffed in there. So, some of them are Jeremiah's. I got a fan that was a letdown. It's, like, supposed to spray cold water as it blows, and it was kind of a letdown. I got letters out here.
That's a cave.
Oh, sweet. I just remembered. Okay, audio listeners, look at this. It's the painting I bought for
$70.
$70 at auction. Shout out, EB. I'm
EB.
not going to tell him his whole name, but it's one of the best nicknames out there. EB.
What does your cave say? What does it say? Man, what does it say? HACA?
No, it used to say something, then I just accidentally
It says
dropped all the
cave.
letters one day. And then
All
put
I
it
see
back
is
on.
cave.
It probably said something. I don't know. The letters fell off one day, and I just had to stick them back on. Anyway,
What's that other painting next to the EB's painting?
oh, that's the logo for Switchfoot's in Terabang.
Oh yeah, I knew it looked familiar.
Yep. Which we are not allowed to speak of. One
Yeah.
thing, Switchfoot dance party.
No one talks about the forbidden Switchfoot dance party at camp.
Exactly.
Best camp event.
Best camp activity ever. Yeah. Yeah, but there's so much we could talk about and say. You can see all the great books I have.
Is this a lighter? Oh.
Yes, it is. Yes. Do you know what lighter that is? That's from camp.
I know. I found the Elvis lighter one time.
That was with the Elvis lighter.
Oh, okay. It was one of the scrubs.
Lighters, yes.
Yeah. I kept it for a little bit.
Also, I've got this here, and I feel like if I ever got to sending packages and stuff, this would be a great thing to send out. So I've got a small white box here. Bought these for $10.
What is it? Oh,
It's
the
20 pairs
glasses.
of glasses from last year's theme at camp. I think that'd be pretty cool. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them though. They're cool, like
Pretty cool, right?
pretty cool, right? Yeah, all the stuff. I love how visual this podcast is. I wish we had a video podcast. 'Cause that would be way cooler than this. Us talking about like
We're giving good description of the items, though.
yeah, all the things you can't see in my room.
Yeah.
We got a guitar. We got a sword Jeremiah made last year. I've got a list of
I just realized that you have the Subway.
Oh yeah, I've got Subway posters up on my wall.
I never noticed that. Is that new?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why you didn't notice it before. I put them up like a couple weeks ago.
Remember when we used to do the guitar bands and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
All right, we have some duct
We have
tape.
some duct tape. If you guys are familiar with duct tape weapons, we have these duct tape instruments where you have cardboard and duct tape, and you have you make cardboard shapes out of cardboard.
Yeah.
So like we made
It's actually the pink foam stuff that's like
oh yeah
in
you're
walls
right.
and stuff.
You're right.
We'd shape that into stuff. Cover it duct tape. We'd have specific things.
Like designs.
Jeremiah had some pretty cool guitars. They're in pretty rough shape right now. He built a bass and a couple guitars. I just stuck those up there because I'm like, it's better. They were just all sitting in a pile on top of the dresser. Before, it was really bad. It looked pretty bad.
But like we were used to like before we knew how to play instruments.
Yeah, we
we would always like pretend that we were like in a rock band and stuff.
We recorded some videos and some of them were pretty good. I mean, I was great in one of them. Like I had a synth. Anthony had drums. It was like a bunch of barrels we set up.
Yeah.
Silas had a piano that he made. Jeremiah had a guitar or two.
It was pretty dorky now that I think about it.
It was pretty dorky, honestly, because we actually played real music and then like we cut out the audio later and put actual good quality audio over it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that we recorded it at all. We just totally like pretended like we were doing stuff the whole time.
Very homeschool-esque.
Definitely. We got right here, look at this. I've got a backup box of the cross necklaces I gave the guys for Christmas.
You have a backup box? Because mine broke.
Did yours break?
Yeah.
Because Jeremiah's broke too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're going to have to give those out to you. Oh, here. Why don't you just take it?
Oh, okay. Can I get the white one?
Can you get the white one? Sure.
Or the gray one?
There you go. There you
Thanks.
go. Live on the podcast, giving Matthew his drip back.
My drip.
Yep, don't break it.
Maybe I can put this in the mirror of my vehicle.
Oh, that would be pretty zesty.
Because I can drive now.
That's true. My vehicle doesn't belong to me, though. It
Oh.
belongs to my dad, so I can't do stuff like that. I drive around in a 2016 Fusion. I accidentally called it a 2014 Fusion. Wait, is it 2014?
It is 2014.
I think I accidentally called it a 2012 Fusion to my coworkers.
You just accidentally called it a 2016 Fusion.
That's true. I keep accidentally calling it the wrong thing.
He's misgendering.
Pretty cool,
it.
right? I misgendered my own car.
I'm driving a 2010 F-150, so that's pretty cool.
Nice. We both got Fords. Ford Bros Forever.
Yes, sir.
Fist bump on the podcast.
Jeremiah.
Traitor.
Chevy.
Gave up the cause. If you like Chevy, we'll send you a sticker. I'm just kidding. No.
We will not send you a sticker. I'm just kidding.
Yep. Ooh, look at this here. I've got a Rubik's Cube timer. It's got like a timer in the middle and two places.
That thing is dusty.
Oh, yeah. All the stuff on my shelf here is dusty. All my books are dusty. I haven't touched them in years.
He doesn't read.
I don't read. How
he doesn't have time to read.
How do you do the reading?
You know, when you become older, I never liked reading, but I don't have time to read anyways.
I know, and I feel like this urge when I look at a book, I get like a really strong urge to like want to read it, and then I go towards it. I'm like, but there are so many other things that I want to get done right now, and like
exactly.
I read like a paragraph, and then I go do something else, and then I never come back to it. I'm like in the pull of the books of reading them again, getting back into that universe, because I guarantee I've read every single one of these books on my shelves many times, and I've just done it one time and then never gone back to them. I haven't really gone back to them in a while, and I feel like...
Have you finished all of them?
Yeah, I finished all of those books.
Okay.
So, yeah, as you can see, I've got some classic series on my shelf. Starting out, I got Wings of Fire. I actually have one of...
Do you have the first book?
What?
Do you
No.
have the game? Oh.
No, I got 1 through 6.
Okay.
And then I have the first graphic novel.
Oh, nice.
It's a sweet find. And I got like...
Wait, can I see it?
Oh, yeah,
I've never
here.
seen it before.
The graphic novel.
Yeah.
I found it at, looks like St. Vincent for $3.
That's a steal.
That is. It's in high quality. It's like
This is nice.
Yeah, it's really good.
I borrowed this from the library, and it was not this nice.
Yeah, and it's like a soft cover, but it's a good soft cover. And like, I feel like if the library...
I love the print that comes out. That's so cool.
Yeah,
I love that.
Like
It comes at you, and you can feel it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if you were like blind, you could still read it.
Yeah, Braille. I've always wondered about Braille, why they
Yeah, I
don't
don't
just
get
do
it.
letters. And
Yeah.
why do they do dots instead of letters? 'Cause I
It
feel
might be easier to read faster though. Like if you had to like put your finger over every single letter.
I guess so, yeah. I just felt like maybe if they just do little letters, it might
Well,
be
isn't
easier.
Braille just Morse code?
No, it's like a series of like 2x3
Yeah.
like dots that come out, and you like feel over them, and like each one is a specific thing. It's like Morse code, it's similar to Morse code, but it's not Morse code.
Yeah.
Anyway, going on in here, I've got some other smaller things. I've got Captain Underpants, as you can see. classic.
What a
piece of
baller.
literature. Literally, and then we got some of the Minecraft. Not the.
Oh, you have a
books.
lot of Dogman.
Oh yeah, and then I have like Dogman book 1, and then I have 3 through like 9.
Nice.
So, and then I got some big Nates on there. I've got the Bad Guys book like 1, 2, 4, and 5.
Have you watched the movie?
I did. The
Nice.
first movie was good.
Nice.
Have you seen it? I saw it in theaters.
I didn't see it.
I've not seen it again since I saw it in theaters, but they're making another one, so
Oh, really?
must have come out to enough praise. Anyway, I've got the best comic ever invented, Calvin and Hobbes. I got some of those books on there. I've got some Garfield, the most raved about book by all middle schoolers everywhere.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when I was in middle school, I would just like devour the Garfield books. Like
Yeah.
I just get them all from the library and like
Yeah.
reading back over and I'm like, yeah, like, okay,
Did you
it's
watch the
funny.
show?
Yeah, there were a bunch of shows.
Yeah.
I feel like each one was never that great. Then they came out with
No.
a movie last year, didn't they?
The movie's really good.
I've not seen the movie.
The movie's really good.
I feel like it came out in a month
I do
later.
a
Everyone forgot
media
about
review
it.
on that.
Really? It was
Yeah.
actually that good? Well, it was Chris Pratt, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I actually it came out and I didn't hear about it.
Huh.
Like no, like it came out. There was a month of it being out, and I
Yeah.
think the world forgot about it.
It was okay.
Yeah. I never went.
I
and saw it
couldn't
in
do a
theaters.
media review on it because I don't remember much about it, but I remember enough of that it was okay.
It was a cool animation style. It was kind of like the style
Yeah.
of like how Dogman is. Speaking of Dogman, I was super disappointed that I missed it when it came out.
You can buy it for like it's like super expensive right now.
Yeah, well, I imagine so. And
Yeah.
did it come out? Did people like it? Because I didn't hear anything about it.
I haven't heard anything about it.
I haven't seen anything like the opinion.
It came out a month ago, like
It was a month
January
ago?
31st, I think. So it's been like 2 months.
What?
It's been like 2 months.
Yeah, I guess so.
I feel like
that's
there wasn't
true.
enough hype about it.
Yeah, and it was such a good prospect too. And I feel like
Yeah.
Captain Underpants, like people loved that movie.
Like the Minecraft movie is getting way more hype than the Dogman was.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, Minecraft is way bigger of a platform than Dogman.
Speaking of Minecraft, I just want to say this one thing about it. The reason I'm disappointed in the Minecraft movie, or I'm gonna go see it, I've not seen it yet, is the fact that it's just disrespectful to the lore of Minecraft.
yeah,
Like the lore, like if they made the Zelda movie and it wasn't about the actual plot, like the playthrough of Zelda, fans would revolt.
well, it's hard
and
to
I
make
feel
a
like
movie.
I feel like then Minecraft fans got robbed.
I feel like it's hard. Well, how do you make a movie about Minecraft? It's like because it's open world, you can do whatever you want. So it's hard to make a like you. It's easier to make a movie about other games like Mario, like because there's like different.
There's an obvious sequence of events that you have to.
But
get through.
even the Mario movie wasn't like a sequence. It wasn't going through like the levels. It was just kind of a story.
each setting was just going from one
One
stage,
game to the next.
one stage
Because
of
then
Mario.
they
to
had
the next.
Mario Kart. They had Mario Kart Super 8. They had like the old Mario, Super Mario
They
Bros.
had Rainbow Road.
Yeah, they had like all those things in it, so that was kind of cool. That's why like Mario lovers and Nintendo people actually really liked it because
But it was respectful to all the elements of it. And
Yeah.
in the Minecraft movie, we see him throwing water at the ground from like 100 blocks away, and we see him having elytra before he goes to the Nether. We just
Yeah.
see all these things and the lighting is weird.
Although
and, like,
the
it
trailers-
just feels disrespectful to Minecraft fans who have been faithfully promoting this for ages and ages.
sometimes the trailers are they're misrepresentations. So that's why I'm not losing my hopes too much yet. I'm gonna go in with an open mind. We're gonna go see it in theaters on Sunday, but that's why I'm going in with an open mind that I think it might be okay, but we'll see.
I feel like it might be okay.
It's either gonna be a flop or it's gonna be okay.
I feel like it could just be like Snow White again, because Snow White came out,
Or it could just be average.
and the trailer. I feel like it will just be like, it'll be the same popularity. It'll be less popular. It'll be like a B tier Minecraft stream. Will probably be the same amount of hype it gets.
Probably.
Like instead of like like a dream, like a Technoblade, like when he was alive, like a live stream Technoblade,
Yeah,
or like dream live stream or something. That's
I don't-
probably gonna be like the
we'll
same,
see.
same level. Because I mean, like, I just wish they had even done something that was like respectful to like
Like a let's play.
yeah.
They should almost done like a let's play
That
style.
would, yeah, or like what I'm thinking of is there's
Or
enough,
it could be. I don't know what
there's
it is.
enough. What Minecraft should have done, this would have been the coolest thing, is if they had taken all the questions everybody had about Minecraft and put them in this movie,
Yeah.
and then answered questions about the Minecraft
like where
lore.
Minecraft came from.
Like, or all these different things about it, and all we seem to be getting is like, Steve, I
Yearn
am
for the
Steve. I
mines.
yearn for the mines, and just all this very. And I know that what they came out swinging with is a meme movie. There's no way they can take this seriously. It's a complete meme movie, but like
I get what you were saying. That'd be kind of cool. It's like the lore of like the piglins and like
the way that the FNAF movie, didn't see it, but the way the FNAF movie included MatPat.
Yeah.
They like had a cameo from MatPat. I don't think we're gonna get any Minecraft cameos in the Minecraft movie. We're not gonna get like a dream like pop up somewhere or anything like that. It came out, so, but like I feel like there's not really gonna be respectful to it because we haven't. If they did do that, it would have been all over my feed already. That they had done something like that.
Maybe they're hiding a little bit. I don't know. I feel like I don't ever like trailers because I feel like trailers never give you a good representation of the whole movie.
Transformers 1 trailer were bad.
Yeah, they were really bad. But Transformers 1, great
movie.
Probably top 5 of mine.
Definitely top 3 for me.
Yeah.
Not even gonna lie.
So good.
With Rogue One and Wreck-It Ralph. Those are my top 3. It was like the most
so good.
Excellent movie I've seen in
years.
Yeah, Bumblebee. He was great. I loved how talkative he was.
I know.
Because he's like literally he can't talk in the rest of it.
Yeah.
So at the beginning he just talks a lot. Didn't he, at the end of Transformers Prime, didn't he get like his voice back or something?
Something like that. Transformers Prime, amazing show. I don't know how to watch it anymore. They like took it off of Netflix.
It's not on Netflix?
No.
I thought it was a Netflix original.
It is, but they took it off of there.
Then where is it?
I don't know where it is.
I don't
know if they just removed it.
Probably at HBO.
But like, I can't find it anywhere. And that was a baller show. That was so good.
I'm wondering if we remember it better than it was. I know.
That's why. That's literally. I wanted to go back and watch it because it's like I've only ever watched it like twice when I was younger.
Yeah.
And I gave it so much hype. It was so good, but like I wanted to go back and like, is it actually still good or is it just good because I watched it as a kid? That's why I wanted to go watch it, and it wasn't there. I can't find it anywhere.
I feel like nowadays we settle for a lot less when we go out into it, like watching a new show. We say it was okay. That's the new. Oh, I love this show. It was great.
Yeah.
Like I feel like. Mandalorian season 3.
There's so many shows.
I'm gonna talk about the Mandalorian soon, but like Mandalorian, I feel like I gave it a lot of, I gave it a lot of leeway, because it was, honestly, it was kind of bad, but I gave it a lot of space to be bad, and because of that, I'm like, it's okay, which is the new. Oh, I found this great show.
It's so amazing.
Instead of great shows nowadays, we get, oh, it wasn't as bad as that other show I saw.
Yeah.
And I feel like back then, just the idea of that there was a Transformers show that was that. Like high budget, and we got to watch it is crazy to me that there was just that was out there when I was a tween.
Also, the fact that like people always say like when you're younger, it feels like your younger ages grow by so fast because you're experiencing everything for the first time.
Yeah.
It's like when we watched Transformers and Dragon's Edge and Ninjago as a kid.
Oh, Dragon's Edge, and then
for the first time, it's such a cool experience because like we've never seen this before, and it's such a great series. And we're experiencing watching TV for the first time, watching the show for the first time. So that's why when we go back now as teenagers and adults and like 20-year-olds, people are like, well, that was all right because they've already experienced the love and thrill of a new show.
Thinking back on it, How to Train Your Dragon was such a good show.
Oh, I've watched it several times.
The stuff in between, there was a show between 1 and 2, which was Race to the Edge, and there was a show between 2 and 3. Yeah. Which I can't remember what that one was called, but that one was so good. Like I remember every episode being such high quality, like entertainment and like
where they
hilarious too. Like like their characters are terrific. Which honestly, Hollywood, what are you doing with that remake? I mean, there's so much hype for it, but did you really have to race swap? Did you really have to do that?
For what?
Race swap. They're race swapping Astrid. They're making all the blonde people black haired, and they're just like it's such a like.
In what?
In the new How to Train Your Dragon.
The live action one?
Yeah, the shot-for-shot remake. That's like...
Wait, is it shot-for-shot?
It's probably. I mean, it looks pretty similar. In the
the CGI looked really good on it. Not gonna lie.
It looked like... it looked like the lighting was good to me. The
CGI, that's what I mean, the lighting.
The CGI, honestly, it just looked like they took the same Toothless, gave each scale slightly more, like glint to it, and then they were just like, oh, we have a new thing, and like, but in 10 years, okay, so 10 years from the original one, we're getting a remake, and it was already an amazingly animated, great story, all that stuff when it came out, still relatable today. Why are they making a remake so soon? I mean, I feel like
Yeah,
this
I
would
don't
be a
know.
thing that they should have done in like at least give it another 15 years almost to let it become a classic. I mean,
Yeah.
Disney did the right thing and
Maybe
not
like,
doing a Snow White for like a
maybe not
while.
15. Maybe not 15 years. Maybe like 6, 7 years.
Did you want to make that joke or
No,
is
but
that what you
actually not 15 years. Like maybe like 5 to
But
10
I feel like it
years.
still wouldn't be right to do it
Because then people would forget about it.
I don't. But the thing is, it's still so fresh right now, and people still love it. It's not
Yeah.
gone out of public mind. There's not like
It's not
There's
like,
not like
oh,
there was-
remember back in the day when we watched the How to Train Your Dragon the first movie? It's not
Yeah.
like back in the day. It's like, oh, remember like when we were like 10 and now we're 18?
yeah, and it's not like there was anything wrong with the first one. It was like a
Yeah.
flawless movie. And
I didn't
so,
really like the first one. I felt like the animation was
Well-
kind of weird.
and Hiccup was a bit weird too. But like they
Like the animation, I felt like it was horrible in the first one. Like
Shrek level. But
Like,
I think like
well-
it was way better than Shrek though.
I'm not a big fan of Shrek.
Nobody's a big fan of Shrek. It's a meme.
Yeah.
But
I don't think Minecraft movie will be that bad.
I think it's
Shrek was horrible.
what?
Shrek was horrible. I hated Shrek.
It's if you were in that time period, you're gonna love it. But anyone who watches it for the first time now, honestly, nah. Speaking of of Shrek, Lord Farquaad comps to Snow White in the remake are excellent.
Really?
Yeah. Did you see?
No, I haven't seen anything about Snow White.
Oh man, it's all over my feed. The comments section when the trailer came out. If any of you out there know meme culture, you know that
Comment section?
every single comment about
Oh, I thought you meant like the thing
comment section about the Snow White remake. Every comment is golden.
Okay.
These ones have like if they're like Helen Keller gouged out her eyes when this came
I
out.
don't think we've even seen Snow White.
I saw stuff about it and people hated it. People
Okay.
this was also the biggest budget ever. It's like 300 million. I'm
For
sorry.
the new one
Yeah.
or for the old one? I'm
It was
talking.
the
I've
300
never
million.
even seen Snow White, the old one.
Oh, I've seen the
original.
old one. The old one was pretty good actually. It was like pretty cool, right? It was like all hand drawn. It was like beautifully animated, multiple animals doing stuff at once. This is the 30s they're doing it. So this thing is almost 100 years old.
Really?
Yeah, and now they're
That's
making a
crazy.
live action remake of it and they CGI'd dwarves. I'm like,
See, that's-
Disney, what are you doing?
See, is that how long you want them to wait for Dragon's Edge?
For Dragon's Edge?
Yeah, for them to make a remake.
You mean of How to Train Your Dragon?
Or sorry, How to Train Your Dragon. Yeah.
I don't feel like it has to be that long, but I feel like it has to be for a period of time long enough to where it's at least the new generation.
Do you
And it's not. That movie came out at the
Yeah.
beginning of one generation, and now it's like almost to the end of the generation.
Yeah.
And they feel like they have to like. And if that's the standard, that means like
But
what
do you
would
think
happen
is that
if they
the new
made?
normal?
Well, it's like
Like, do you think in like right now we have originals like It's a Wonderful Life, Sound of Music, all those. Like, do you think in 50 years I don't know what's a good movie now? Like Wreck-It Ralph will be a classic, or like those movies and stuff like that. Like Dragon's Edge will be a classic. Like,
you
do
mean
you
How to
think
Train Your Dragon?
How to Train Your Dragon?
You gotta say
yes.
that.
Yeah. Do you think those will be like? Do you think we're done with classics since like those are like the first movies that were like great and like super good? Like, do you think we'll have any more classics, or do you think like after like 20 years they'll just phase out and then we'll have a new set of movies and shows?
How are you referring to this? Because do you mean like the
Like
fact
Sound
that
of Music and It's
How
a
do-
Wonderful Life
they're
are both
classics.
classics.
And why
And
would
those
you
are made 50 years
Yeah,
50,
why would
60 years
why
ago.
would you consider them to be classics?
Because people love them now, and like, do you think people will still be loving movies for 50 years? Like some people like, I don't know, the old I mean, I don't know if it's just the family I'm in, but we were like older movies like Old Yeller and like Little House on the Prairie and stuff like that.
Ooh, Little House. Watched an episode the other day about the what are they named? The people who own the store. What's their name again?
Oh, the Olsons.
The Olsons. Yeah, about them having a marital tiff.
Oh,
Excellent episode. But yeah,
but like, do you think in like 50 years, will like Dragon's Edge and How to Train Your Dragon like in movies and shows, like, do you think we'll still be watching those in 50 years, or do you think like the new trend is the just after 20 years to flip a new page and is like only like basically only one generation of movies now?
I feel like each generation has already enshrined certain movies as classics, and as you move further and further away, the ones that are actually good movies will stand out, and the ones that are like movies that came out to little acclaim, like the Garfield movie that came out we were just talking about, that one's gonna fade away. I
Right.
have almost no doubt about that. That movie's gonna eventually just gonna like it's
I'm trying to figure out
in one
like, a
year,
really
in
good
one
movie
year,
right now.
it'll have pretty much phased out, like
Right.
to the point of where it's a movie that existed, but
I'm
yeah,
trying
like,
to figure out like what's a really good movie right now. It's like
what's a really good movie that was just recently made?
like Super Mario Bros. Like
That'd be good, I think. Yeah.
like is that going to be relevant in 30 years? Like It's a
No.
Wonderful Life is like
The thing is, but the thing with that is, it's based on a video game that
Yeah.
was popular in the 80s, kind of lost popular. It never really lost popularity, but as more options came up, it lost status as a ranking. I might even say.
here's a good the Star Wars movies that are being made right now. Will they be as classics as Episode 3, Episode 2, Episode 1 are?
Or like you mean episode 4, 5, 6?
Yeah.
I think episode 4, 5, 6 are gonna cut through the noise forever. I think 1, 2, and 3 are probably gonna fade away. I think Solo and Rogue One will probably stick around.
Okay.
I think because Rogue One is excellent.
Yeah, I've seen them.
Top-
I'm not a Star Wars guy. I
Top
don't
three,
like Rogue
top,
One.
top 3 movie. I feel like 7 is definitely gonna stick around because 7 is like,
Is that with Ray
yeah, that's
and
like
Kylo Ren?
it's like what still one of the number 1 movies ever
Yeah.
of like all time. So it's gonna stick around.
I saw them in theaters.
Number 8 will 8 and 9 will probably they'll probably be
I don't
like
even know
bad
like
sequels
8 or
to be-
9.
because I mean like classics. Think about classics. Classics in the old days didn't have sequels. I mean, there's not a Sound of Music 2. And imagine
Right.
if today they said, "Look at the Sound of Music back then. Haha, look at what they did with that little budget. Now we're going to pour millions of dollars and we're going to make Sound of Music 2." I feel like that would be disrespectful,
That would be
to
disrespectful.
classic stats. I
Yeah.
feel like what if 10 years after Sound of Music came out, they had said that? I feel like
I
that
don't
would
know.
be disrespectful. I feel like that would be disrespectful.
But was
to
it
the,
like was it as like classic then? Like was it like, oh, that's a classic movie? It's not. I don't think
I think
the
age.
classics
I think
can be
age helps it
10
cut
years.
through the noise. But
Yeah.
what it definitely helped the
What?
fact that there was no sequel that
Yeah.
there was no remake that came out about it like 10 years later,
Yeah.
and like people do plays of it now because it was so fantastic of a movie. It was a great story. It was a great characters. Like everything is great about that movie, and
Yeah.
like I feel like I wouldn't see the thing is I'm trying to argue for something like How to Train Your Dragon is a great movie. I wouldn't consider it to eventually become a classic though. Is where I'm standing out. Like I mean, for me, it's a classic. It's an all timer. But like I
Yeah.
feel like it's not going to be Sound
But,
of Music status.
Like our kids, will it be a classic then when we have kids? Like, or they? That's like, is it gonna be still relevant in 10, like 5, 6, 7 years?
See, the thing is, it's hard for classics to become classics these days. Reason number 1 is because of if you've ever seen Social Dilemma, you'll understand that.
Yeah.
Reason number 2 is because back then they weren't concerned about making sequels when
Also, back
classics
then,
started happening.
movies
Here,
were
no,
cool.
let me go through this. But back then they weren't considered they weren't making remakes or sequels for movies back then. I mean, I'm sure they
Yeah.
did some sequels, but sequels
Like
were
Star
not the
Wars.
classics like Paddington 2 is today. They
Yeah.
made classics back then, and they became classics because of how good they were, not because they had a remake done of them or because they had a sequel that helped it to get better. So I feel like the classification today is going to be way harder.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like Star Wars made multiple movies, and that's like a 70s show, right, or movie.
Yeah, they did do multiple, but I feel like
But that
I'm not
deserves
sure.
a series. Like, I think they made the first one thinking it was gonna be a series.
I believe so. Yes,
Like they weren't like, oh wow, people really like this. Let's make another one. Oh, they like the second one.
I believe they did come out that it was going to be a 3-movie thing.
Yeah. But then they ended up making more and more and more. I think they should stop now.
It's hard to judge why it became a classic, but yeah, like it's really hard to know that for sure.
Yeah.
So
It'll be interesting.
it's hard to figure out what's will become classics because we know the classics are now. Let's go through them. So we've got Sound of Music definitely became a classic. It's a Wonderful Life became a classic, and even some classics we can't agree with. So like, what was a classic?
Snow White's a classic.
Snow White, original Snow White is a classic. Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. And
Hmm.
not completely independent from anything that was made about Snow White after that. It was a classic
Yeah.
because of how much work it was, because of the era it came out in. That's I feel like today
I would say-
so much stuff is made these days. It's hard for a classic to come out and be like, oh, it's going to be a classic, like an instant classic.
Is
How does
Wizard of
something cut
Oz
through the noise?
classic?
Definitely Wizard of
Yeah.
Oz is definitely a classic. You said Old Yeller, that's a classic. This is definitely way later, but we got movies like Star Wars. We have like Free Willy. Then
Yeah.
way later we have stuff like Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And like some stuff like that is movies that just like
Harry Potter's not much older. It's only like 2 years younger than Star Wars. The first one came out in like the 80s.
Did it really?
I think so. I can look that up.
I thought Harry
I
Potter
thought
was
it
the
was
2000s.
like a little bit. I thought it was a little bit younger than Star Wars.
Because I thought Harry Potter came out in like 2000. I have not seen Harry Potter, but I know the fandom, and it is most definitely a classic.
Oh, you're right.
It's definitely
2001 is when the first one came out.
One other thing that's hard is I know animated movies becoming classics. That's super hard to do.
But like Harry Potter's a classic.
Yeah, but that's not animated.
Yeah, that's true.
But Snow White did become a classic. So how did it do that? Well, I can tell you the answer right now. It's because it pioneered. It was the first of its kind to do something.
Yeah.
And movies these days are just being cranked out for the money, and there's no love of the game in it anymore. So, yeah, that's my opinion.
So you're saying you would say that no movies now will not be classics in 20 years?
I would say it's
Gonna be
hard
harder.
if a filmmaker has passion about what they're doing, the actors have passion, the people who do the lighting have passion, there's a respect for the fandom if it's a movie that's being made about a popular topic, then I feel like it has a better chance of cutting through the noise.
Yeah.
I feel like the Minecraft movie is not going to be a classic.
Well, I'm not
Because
saying that.
they didn't have memes back when classics started being classics.
Right.
Because in the 70s, they considered something from the 30s a classic. Nowadays, we have memes. We didn't have memes back then. So...
Also,
it's harder to talk about that stuff when
Yeah.
there's memes and you have to differentiate between what's a meme and what's a classic. It's hard to do.
Yeah. It's also, those was actually like the first ones. Like those movies were like one of the first movies ever created. And that was like, whoa, this is a good movie. Like this, so it stuck around. Like all of our parents and their grandparents grew up with that movie because it was such a good movie.
Yeah.
So like, it was kind of like the first movie, and that's why it's a classic, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what was it? It's a Wonderful Life was no.
Yeah.
Sound of
Sound of
Music-
Music was the first color movie.
Color, movie in color, yeah. So that's why, I mean, obviously that was like guaranteed to be a classic.
Yeah, and like I thought Wizard of Oz might have even been like
That was like the first one to. The Wizard of Oz was like first one. Did you know all the Wizard of Oz people died?
Really?
They all
Judy
got
Garland's
like
dead?
they all got a disease, like, and they all died
Oh,
from like the set.
I think it was because of lead paint.
Yeah, lead paint. That's what it was.
Was that it? Yeah.
Yeah, they all died of lead because the set. They made all their sets with lead. And
Those
stuff.
sets were crazy though.
Yeah.
From Wizard of Oz from that time, that was crazy what they did.
Yeah.
Anyways, we've
Pretty
been talking
cool, right?
for pretty cool, right? We've been talking for a while, and I have to leave
I
for
know.
work in like 4 minutes.
Yeah.
This is a long episode.
This is a lot, we
man.
just kind of. I felt like we were just spitballing there.
I know, that was crazy. And like honestly, guys, the first 20 minutes I had all planned out. The rest was all us going on. So
Yeah.
we talked about stuff
I didn't
about
even bring notes.
Yeah, me neither.
Christopher told me just come with just your voice.
Come with an open heart.
Yeah,
an open mind.
exactly.
So yeah, this has been a great episode. So thanks to everybody for joining us today on today's episode. Remember the contest. We'll send you a sticker, get in contact, and email. If you're the first one to email me the correct guess of what the can was of the drink in the can, what the brand is, we'll get in contact. You give me your email, or email me at notyourechoChamberpodcast@gmail.com and give me your address, and I will send you that sticker out, and we'll get it in the mail as soon as possible. So thank you for joining us today. You can find us on Twitter at NoEchoPod. You can find us on YouTube and Spotify. Definitely comment down there. Comment ideas, what you thought about today's episode, ideas for the podcast, anything like that at Not Your Echo Chamber Podcast. And that's going to be all for today. So thank you for joining us, guys.
You should start making these like episodes, and not
Yeah.
just Thursday.
That's
We
true.
should like have show episode 10 and show Thursday episode 3 or whatever.
Yeah, we've kind of been
Because it's
doing,
kind of been regular.
yeah, releasing a ramshackle kind of episode here and there. So yeah, definitely tell us what you think, and we'll see you later. But it doesn't matter if you didn't like our opinions about movies. You know why?
This is
Now your Echo Chamber. Thank you for saying it with me.
Make sure to follow us on Spotify at Not Your Echo Chamber Podcast and comment on the episode. Subscribe and comment on YouTube as well. We are on Twitter at NoEchoPod. Hit us up there for comments and show ideas. We may end up using them on the podcast one day. Until next time, remember that only our opinions of everything matter. Repeat line. End of speech.
Take the stairs, walk it up. Ain't no magic, no shortcut. Ain't no fairy tale tonight. Just a tower out of sight.